Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to kick off today's presentation on word processing. This is our first slide, so I just want to warmly welcome you all and introduce the topic. We'll be exploring the fundamentals of word processing, its uses, and some key features. Over the next few slides, we'll cover what you need to know to get started and how it can improve your work. So let's dive in. Let's take a quick look at what we'll cover in this presentation. Starting with word processor, then moving on to the features of word processor, and understanding what word processing is all about. We'll also explore the historical background to see how it all started, and discuss the advantages and disadvantages of using these tools. Additionally, we'll look into mail, merge, and templates, which are powerful features. Finally, we'll review the application areas of word processing to see where these tools are used most effectively. This overview helps us appreciate how integral word processing has become in our daily work and communication. A word processor is essentially software or a device that helps us create, edit, and print documents. Think of it as your digital writing tool. It allows you to write text easily, store your work electronically, and display it on your screen so you can see what you've created. You can also modify your documents by entering commands or characters from your keyboard, making editing straightforward. And of course, once you're satisfied, you can print your document directly from the word processor. This tool is fundamental because it streamlines the entire process of working with text, which is a core part of many tasks we do on computers. It plays a key role in how we communicate and share information efficiently, fitting perfectly into the larger theme of understanding essential computer applications. Let's talk about word processing. Essentially, this is the process of creating or editing a document, and it's done using a word processor. Think of tools like Microsoft Word, Google Docs, or OpenOffice Writer. These are the software programs we use to write reports, letters, essays, or any kind of text-based document. Word processing is also known as a document preparation system because it provides us with all the tools we need to prepare professional-looking documents efficiently. It's a fundamental part of modern work and communication. Understanding how to use these tools effectively is key, especially as we explore the broader theme of digital literacy and productivity. Whether you're drafting a quick note or preparing a detailed report, word processing helps make the task easier and more organized. Let's take a step back and look at the historical background of word processing. Before computers became common, people primarily used typewriters to create reports and various documents. It was a straightforward, mechanical way to produce written material. As technology evolved, early word processors started to emerge, making the process a bit more flexible. Some of the notable ones included WordStar, which was quite popular among early users. There was also Easy Writer, which offered a simple interface for word processing tasks. On the Macintosh side, MacWrite played a significant role, bringing word processing to personal computers. And then there was Bank Street Writer, which was user-friendly and accessible for many beginners. These early tools laid the foundation for the advanced word processing software we use today. They marked a transition from manual typing to digital editing, which has revolutionized how we work with text. Connecting this to our overall theme, understanding this background helps us appreciate how far we've come and the innovations that continue to shape our digital world. Now, let's take a look at some of the key advantages of using digital documents and printing technologies. First, they're much faster, allowing us to get our work done quickly without the delays of traditional methods. They also help us save ink and paper, which is not only cost-effective, but also environmentally friendly. One great benefit is the ability to change font size, style, and other formatting options easily, giving us more flexibility in how we present our information. Plus, we can print out many copies if needed, which is especially useful for distribution or meetings. Another important point is that digital documents can be edited effortlessly, saving us time and effort compared to retyping or rewriting. We can also format documents by adding images, tables, or other visual elements to make our content clearer and more engaging. Additionally, digital methods produce less noise, no more loud printers or paper shuffling, creating a quieter, more efficient workspace. And of course, emailing documents is quick and convenient, enabling us to share information instantly with colleagues or clients. All these advantages tie into the overall theme of how digital tools streamline our work processes, making tasks faster, more flexible, and more environmentally conscious. Now, let's take a look at some of the disadvantages associated with this technology. First off, it can be quite expensive to buy initially, which might be a barrier for some organizations. Then, there's the dependency on electricity. If there's a power outage, it can disrupt operations unexpectedly. Furthermore, this technology tends to be more complicated to manage and operate, which means additional effort is needed for maintenance and troubleshooting. Speaking of updates, software upgrades are often necessary to keep everything running smoothly, and training staff to use the system properly is essential, something that requires time and resources. On the security front, viruses and pop-up issues can pose significant problems, potentially compromising data and slowing down work. So, while there are many benefits, it's important to weigh these disadvantages carefully as part of the decision-making process. Now, let's talk about one of the fundamental features of a word processor: editing fonts. This is a key tool that allows us to make changes to the appearance of our text. When you want to emphasize a word or make your document more visually appealing, adjusting the font is essential. It's as simple as selecting the text you want to change and choosing a different font style, size, or color. This feature helps us tailor our documents to fit different purposes, whether it's a formal report or a casual note. Remember, the ability to edit fonts is what makes your documents not just informative, but also engaging and professional. It's one of the many ways a word processor helps us communicate more effectively. Now, let's talk about some key formatting options that can really help improve the clarity and professionalism of your document. First, text alignment offers flexibility. You can align your text to the left, right, or center depending on the style you're aiming for. For example, left alignment is most common for body text, while centered can be great for titles or headings. Next, the page style and layout are also important. You can choose between A3 or A4 sizes and decide whether your document should be in portrait or landscape orientation, depending on how you want your content to appear. Altering the text style is another way to enhance readability and visual appeal. Common font choices include Arial, Calibri, Times New Roman, and Georgia. Each has its own character and suitability depending on the context, so selecting the right font can make a big difference. Setting margins is crucial too. It creates space around your text, making your document look less crowded and easier to read. Tabulations and tables are excellent tools for organizing information. They help make text more structured and, importantly, easier to scan quickly, so your audience can grasp key points effortlessly. Another helpful feature is search and replace. This can save you time by quickly finding specific words or phrases and replacing them throughout your document, which is especially useful for editing or updating content. Line spacing affects the overall look and readability of your text. Single spacing keeps things compact, while double spacing provides more breathing room, making your document easier on the eyes. Page breaks are simple but powerful. They allow you to start a new page at a specific point, helping to organize your content clearly and neatly. And finally, the spell checker is an essential tool. It works by comparing your typed words to the computer's internal dictionary. If it spots a word it doesn't recognize, it will underline it with a red line. This helps ensure your document is free of typos and errors before sharing it. Now, let's talk about the grammar check feature. Essentially, this tool helps us spot sentences that might have grammatical errors by highlighting them. For example, if I write, "I seen everyone coming along," the system will flag this as incorrect. This way, it guides us to correct mistakes before they slip into our final work. It's a simple but powerful way to improve the clarity and professionalism of our writing, which ties back to the overall theme of enhancing communication skills. So, whether you're drafting an email or a report, this feature helps ensure your grammar is spot on, saving you time and making your message more effective. A standard paragraph is essentially a block of text that has been typed up, saved to backing storage, and then inserted into a document multiple times. Think of it as a reusable piece of content that you can easily insert wherever needed. The key point here is that once you've created this paragraph, you don't have to rewrite it each time. You can just copy and paste. This saves time and helps maintain consistency across your documents. In the context of our overall presentation theme, understanding how to efficiently manage and reuse content like standard paragraphs is crucial for effective document creation and editing. It's about working smarter, not harder, and ensuring uniformity throughout your work. Let's take a closer look at mail merge. Essentially, it's a process that allows us to link fields in a database to a standard letter. This means we can personalize each letter automatically by pulling in specific information, like names or addresses, from our database. It's a powerful tool for saving time when sending out mass communications. The key concept here is automation. Instead of manually customizing each letter, mail merge handles it seamlessly. This technique really ties into the overall theme of efficiency and productivity in our work with documents. So, by mastering mail merge, we can produce personalized, professional-looking letters quickly and accurately. Let's walk through the key steps in creating a personalized letter. First, we start by creating the standard letter. This is the template that will serve as the foundation for all our personalized communications. Next, we create a database that contains all the necessary fields, like names, addresses, or any other personalized information. Once we have both the template and the database ready, the third step is to merge the fields into the standard letter. This process inserts the individual data into the template, making each letter unique. Finally, after merging, we print the letters. This step completes the process, allowing us to distribute personalized correspondence efficiently. These steps are essential in automating the communication process while maintaining a professional and personal touch. Let's talk about templates. A template is essentially a ready-made document that you can use as a starting point. It includes placeholders for items like text and graphics, which makes creating new documents much faster and easier. For example, you might use a resume template to quickly fill in your personal details or a cover letter template to tailor your application. The key benefit here is that templates help ensure consistency and save you time, especially when working on multiple similar documents. This concept ties into the overall theme of efficiency in document creation, showing how tools like templates can streamline our workflows and improve our productivity. Now, let's explore some common application areas of word processing. In the business world, it's widely used for creating legal copies, letterheads, letters, memos, circulars, and other official documents. These tools help ensure consistency and professionalism across all business communications. Moving on to education, word processing plays a vital role in helping students and teachers develop essential skills right from the start. It's a great way to learn formatting, editing, and organizing information effectively. Finally, at home, people mainly use word processing for handling assignments or even for personal and recreational purposes, like maintaining a diary or jotting down thoughts. As you can see, whether in business, education, or personal life, word processing is a versatile tool that enhances productivity and organization across various contexts. So, to wrap things up, I want to highlight a key finding from a recent study. It showed that word processing is actually seen as the most essential software for both teachers and students. This really underscores just how important digital tools are in the educational environment today. When we think about the overall theme of this presentation, how technology supports learning, it's clear that basic yet powerful tools like word processors are foundational. They're not just about writing, they're about communication, organization, and enhancing productivity. Recognizing this helps us understand where to focus our efforts to improve teaching and learning experiences.